Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ashlyn. I'm a 28-year-old stay-at-home mom. I make lots of budgeting and personal finance content, so that sounds like something you'd be interested in. I'd love it if you would subscribe. You are joining me in my most calm part of my day. My kids are in bed. It is the evening. I should probably turn on the light. There we go. There is light. I am doing the closing shift for my house, and then I'm going to head out grocery shopping. I have a couple stores I need to hit, so I'm just gonna bring you along. This is gonna be another couple of days in my life as a very frugal family in a no-spend season of life. So let's jump into it. My husband actually got home way sooner than I was planning on, so he's gonna probably finish the closing shift of the kitchen and everything. So I'm gonna run to the store. I think I'm gonna start at Smith's. They have a deal on butter I want to get this week because it's cheaper than Costco. And then I'm gonna head to Winco. All right, Smith's was a success. Spent like $11.50 or something on those, which is amazing. Thank you for the Smith's coupons, Kroger. Now let's head to Winco. All right, I'm back home. Hopefully my dishwasher is not too loud. But I thought I would give you just a quick little grocery haul before I go get ready for bed. So, starting off strong, I got a massive amount of chicken. It was on sale, like you saw, and I stocked up. And I got 2 dozen eggs, a gallon of milk, and a block of cheese. And I've got 2 containers of plain Greek yogurt, some powdered sugar just in case we want to make a little treat. I got 4 jars of peanut butter. We go through a ton of peanut butter at our house, so those are my favorite kind. Then I got a bag of pumpkin seeds just for snacking, some tortillas, and some hamburger buns. We're gonna do enchiladas and burritos this week, as well as burgers and some barbecue sandwiches. So then for produce, I got some cilantro, 2 sweet potatoes. I've just been on a sweet potato kick lately. They're just so good. An onion, 2 limes, a big bag of avocados, some lettuce. I got 2 mangoes. This is a kind I've never tried, but I can't go wrong with fresh mango. Some strawberries, and a watermelon. That's all that I got from Winco, and I think that total came to like $111 or something before WIC. And then at Smith's, I got myself, can't even hold them all. I got 5 boxes of butter. We go through a decent amount of butter in our family, and it freezes well, so I like to keep that on hand. And because it was on sale, I thought I would stock up. And then the other thing that I got is this gigantic bag of oranges. My kids are loving oranges right now, and there was a sale on these as well. So that is everything that I got on my very long grocery trip. And I'm gonna finish putting this away, and I'm gonna go get ready for bed. I kind of forgot that I was filming this video, but welcome to today. I have kind of changed my life today. As you can see, it is the daytime, and I'm not holding my baby. I realized that the wake windows I was using for my baby were totally wrong. So I adjusted those, and she has been taking naps in her crib super well all day today. So I've had my hands free. I've been doing things. I've been getting things done, really. I mean, I'm 5 months in now and have not really been able to take care of my home very well. So I have been just organizing and getting rid of things and cleaning, and it has been so nice. But I'm working on dinner. My toddler is playing with a bubble gun. And yeah, it's just been a good day. And I'm gonna try and bring you along for the rest of it. So I'm making honey lime enchiladas tonight. I've got my chicken cooked and shredded, and I'm ready to put it together as a dinner. So let's do that. All right, so I'm not sure that I have enough lime for this. I didn't really look at the recipe before I went shopping, so this is not the best way to go about this, but I have 2 limes. We're gonna see if I can get 5 tablespoons out of them. I kind of feel like I won't, but here we go. Let's try it anyway. I think I got every possible drop of moisture out of those limes, and it's probably more like 3.5, maybe 4 tablespoons, but we're gonna call it good, and I'm gonna add the honey. Now I'm adding in some chili powder and some garlic powder. All right, now I'm adding in my, oh, if I can get it off, shredded chicken. All right, now I'm gonna pop this in the fridge, and then I think we're headed outside to ride some bikes. It is much later. Dinner is always just crazy, and so I never film like the prep of it and everything else, but we had dinner. It was okay. I feel like the recipe that I used for those honey lime enchiladas didn't make enough sauce for the amount of meat it called for, so I think next time, I think I'll make them again, but I think next time I'm going to double the amount of sauce and then use the same amount of meat, because I feel like that's what it needed. But they were good. Everybody ate them, so can't complain too much. Then we went outside. We rode bikes. We played. There were some neighbor girls out, and then we put the kids to bed. So now, because my baby just went to sleep so easily, thank you to Wake Windows, I'm gonna run to the store while it's still light outside. I need to go to Walmart to get the last couple of things I needed from the grocery store. And then I think I'm also going to Lowe's for some paint swatches. And I think I'll fill you in on that ordeal tomorrow. But let's head to Walmart and Lowe's. All right, it's the next day, and my toddler and my baby are both asleep, so me and my oldest have come out here, and we are going to start prepping the garden bed because it's almost time to start planting things, so we're gonna get on that. We're gonna call it good for now. It's getting a little bit hot and my daughter is done with it, but the garden is looking much better. We got majority of the weeds out. There's just some along the edges that we need to do. And then I'll probably rake it out, put some new soil on the top, and probably some mulch too, just because it's gonna be a hot summer and there's not a whole lot of water for us to be using. So we're gonna try and do our best to keeping on its moisture at least. I'm happy to have gotten that amount done in such a short amount of time. So I mentioned that I was going to tell you why I got a bunch of paint swatches. Let me just show you the stack of paint swatches I have. This is the amount of paint swatches I got. And I'm sure you're wondering why I have a million paint swatches. So we live in a rental right now, and because of that, I can't paint the walls. I can't put wallpaper up. I looked into the peel and stick wallpaper, and it's just so expensive that there's no way I could ever afford that. So I'm working on my daughter's nursery. I did attempt to make a cute nursery for her over the summer when I was very pregnant. And I did film it, but I never got around to editing it. And then by the time I had the energy to edit, it kind of felt irrelevant. So I didn't ever show you, but I kind of went for a blue and peach theme. And with my non-existent budget, it didn't work out that well. And when I walked into the room, it kind of felt like a baby shower, like very blue and pink. And I don't know, I just wasn't the biggest fan. So I decided to sell the things in there that I didn't love, which is basically everything. And instead I'm switching over to a new color palette. So with my paint swatches, I'm going to be creating my own wallpaper. My husband doesn't think this is gonna work out. He thinks it's gonna look weird, but I have hope that it's gonna be okay. This picture on the screen here is what I'm hoping it will turn out to look like. Something similar to this. I'm gonna do a little bit different. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do one color of flower or if I'm gonna do multiple colors, but this is the vibe that I'm hoping to achieve. And I've also found some really great things on Facebook Marketplace for free to add to the nursery. So I will share more of that when my baby's not sleeping in there. But for now, I am going to start cutting out 1,000,000 tulip stems and we'll see how far I get. I've been cutting these out for a handful of days, like here and there. I've just been doing it, but I've got a bunch of these, a little stack of them. I still have some more to do. So I'm not finished with my wall decor thing. Sorry, my kids are playing very loudly in there. But I've been working on that this morning and we are going to be headed to the park with some friends in about half an hour. So I thought it would be fun to make a little snack for us to take along. I've decided I'm gonna make some black bean brownie bites. I've made these before on one of these videos, but they're just an easy snack and I like that they taste like a treat but aren't really. So we're gonna make those really quick. So I'm starting with 1 can of black beans that I just rinsed. 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. We're doing a 1/3 cup of oats. A little bit of vanilla. I'm not gonna measure it.
Mommy, can we? But do I know Casey?
I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. And then I'm doing a 1/2 cup of honey.
1/2 cup of honey.
As our sweetener.
As our sweetener.
Now we just blend. Alright, I'm adding in some chocolate chips. It is much later in the day now. I am back at a park, but I'm by myself. My kids are all tucked in bed and my husband is hanging out at home with them. So I took the opportunity to come and go for a little walk by myself. And I'm just enjoying the sunset and the beautiful day that it's been. Honestly, this is probably like the most patchwork video in the world. I am still working on getting all the little flowers cut up for my daughter's room, so I'm just gonna have to show you that in another video because I just don't know how long it's gonna take before I get those all cut out and like up on the wall. But I will show you that when it's done and we will see together if that is successful. But yeah, honestly, that is kind of, I mean, you've seen snippets of the week. That's kind of the highlights of the week, the things that we get out and do. Yeah, just kind of in a slow season right now. I mean, obviously we don't have a whole lot of money to be going and doing things, and with the baby, I don't know, we spend a lot of time at home. We've been going out in the backyard a lot more now that it's getting warmer. We've been spending time out in the front with all of our neighbors and all the little neighbor kids, hanging out with them, and yeah, just a lot of time at home, which honestly, that's kind of my vibe right now. I just want to be home. I just want to be around our little community and kind of where my comforts are. So yeah, that's just what we've been up to. I think as the summer goes on, we will do more getting out and doing things outside of just our yard and our home. But yeah, that's what I guess an average week looks like. I am going to get back to my walk, get a few more steps in before the sun goes all the way down. So I'm gonna get out of here. But if you liked this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. It's a big help, and I would love it if you'd stick around. And I will see you again next week for another one. Bye.